It's time for another edition of Vitamin D Grant Smith, and I got a little bit of a remix for you this time. If it'll actually work.
My name is
D Grant. Yeah, that's right. My name is D Grant Smith. And I've got a confession to make. For the last, long time, it's for some reason bothered me. I've gone back and forth off and on with it bothering me. And I just got to say I'm sorry. There's some people I need to apologize to for violating one of my own principles. That's rule number 6. Dude, what in the heck are you talking about? Okay, here's the thing. My name is D. Grant Smith. When people address me as Grant and I don't respond, or I say, hey, please call me D, and then they go back to calling me Grant, I will admit it bothers me because it's part of my name. And as Dale Carnegie said in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, names are the most important word in any language. So as we are in this process and in this work of building connections and serving people, just a friendly reminder to pay attention to what people's names are, whether it's printed or what they say, because that matters a lot to them. And I'll admit, it matters a lot to me. Even though D isn't my actual name, it's my initial. It's still a big part of my name, and I take it very seriously, which brings me to the rule number 6 part, which is a rule I learned from Wayne Dyer, which is don't take yourself so freaking seriously. And I find myself guilty of this. So even though I teach not taking yourself too seriously and practicing grace, I have to admit that maybe the universe has been testing me this entire time to see whether or not I'm actually going to follow the same things that I teach, which is, are you going to take yourself seriously, David? Or are you going to get offended by people who either are short-sighted in the moment or see an initial and don't call it that, they go with the middle name? You know what? It's okay. I've gone back and forth on this. I've tried to be cool with it and be okay with it, but I can't deny the way that I feel. And I'm actually in this place now where I say what it is that I feel instead of suppressing that and holding it back and saying, well, I probably shouldn't be so petty. Maybe it is petty. I don't know, but it's my name. So my request is twofold. 1, be gracious with me if I happen to say, hey man, please pay attention to my name. It's D, and I prefer to be called this. And also, please pay attention to people's names because it does matter to them. And in a way, it's kind of a litmus test of how much you're actually paying attention to them, or are you just focusing on what it is that you want to communicate or quote unquote sell them? It's a big deal. So pay attention to that. It makes a big difference. That's your dose of vitamin D Grant for today. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.